when Lehman Brothers collapsed, I happened to be in London Bridge, and I went to drop off my radio programme at the radio station, advertisement, 104.4, Tuesday evening, 6:30, Resonance FM, every Tuesday, 3:30, Saturday afternoon, 104.4, Speaker's Corner programme. I was dropping off my programme at the radio station, 104.4, Resonance FM, Speaker's Corner programme, 6:30 p.m, Tuesday evening, 3:30 p.m, Saturday afternoon, 104.4, Resonance FM, Speaker's Corner programme. And while I was dropping off the programme, I went to the pub. There's a store alleyway there, which some of you might know, where there's Dickensian pubs. That's where the FT guys go and drink. I was sitting down there, guarding my half a pint. Credit crunch already affected me. I went bankrupt the year before. And two young ladies saw me drinking my half a pint. They were both beautiful. They were both beautiful. They were a little bit drunk. They bought another bottle of wine, offered me a glass of wine, then another, then another. Oh my word, lucky me! And began to enter into human intercourse.
Oh, no.
Discussion. And when they discussed, no, you're a pervert, I said it to catch out the perverts, so that we know the people we should put on the sex register. That one, you've got the photograph, you're even on the China, Japanese, Korean sex register now, and the Iraqi, so beware. Hang on a minute! Now, what happened was, the two young ladies in question, who I was talking to after I dropped my radio program, and anyway, the two young ladies in question worked at Barclays Bank.
Oh.
Yes. One was in charge of HR,
Human resources.
Human resources, for those of you who are foreign, and one of them was a senior finance manager, both earning well over 150k a year. Plus bonus! Plus bonus! I thought I can ask for another glass of wine without even offering to buy for them, because I entertained them with my discussion. However, they initiated the conversation. Their conversation was focused on the following main points. The system of capitalism, they said, is ruined and bankrupt. It is corrupt and unethical. The one who was in charge of the finance activities turned around and said her father was an engineer and worked all his life on construction projects and bridges, and he did honest work and he remained poor to this day. She earned more in 3 months than he would earn in an entire year, and she considered it unethical, illogical and unfair. Now that was a conversation with two young ladies, beautiful, intelligent, with bottles of wine to offer me, and concluding that the capitalist system was not working. The issue then is, I went back and studied Karl Marx to discover whence in the original German, whence the cause of this, explanation as to the nature of capitalism from layers who are inextricably interconnected and tied with 1,000 threads to the wheel of imperialist operations through the financial system of Barclays Bank, former slave traders. And the conclusion I drew was, by studying Karl Marx, he explained, when the wind of change blows, the tops of the trees move first. In other words, a crisis within the middle and upper classes is always a signal of a crisis between the relations between the fundamental classes which produce or own the means of production and wealth. That is a historical law. That is why it is often the case in history that student protests, after all the students are supposed to be taking over the jobs of mummy and daddy, student protests herald a crisis in the reproduction of the existing order of society. In other words, reveal to society a crisis of sustainability of its existing formation. It is not new, it goes right back in history. But in order to understand, there was a Chinese man who asked me this morning, a physicist studying in Geneva, and he asked me earlier on, he said, what is the predictive capacity of Marxism? Because if it has no predictive capacity, then it is not a scientific doctrine. It is precisely the predictive capacity of the nature of the causes of class struggle and the appearance of the forms of class struggle that reveal the viability of Marxism as a theory of scientific understanding of society. It